One of the most discussed hidden features is KAIROS. In the leaks was also found AutoDream. Claude Code has also brought in agent teams. Terminal UX feels so advanced. Let's understand why does it feel so advanced.
Welcome back. Last time we covered the basics of Claude Code. Today, we dive into the advanced layer, KAIROS, AutoDream, and the cutting edge of agent teams.
One of the most discussed hidden features is KAIROS. KAIROS is an always on background agent. It's a daemon process. And this is a big product shift. Most of the coding agents now are reactive. You ask a question, they respond. An agent that keeps watching, keeps preparing, keeps working behind the scenes when you are not active or you are not typing. An unreleased background mode that suppresses the you to run continuous heartbeat loops. The model will itself think, is there anything I have to do now, or you have gone away for a while, or you have slept? That is where model will think, and we will analyze that, is there anything worth doing now which I can do, like monitor some PRs, write some test cases, whatever was developed in the morning, and do that when you are sleeping. Cool. It moves the agent from reactive chat tool to a persistent asynchronous colleague. For example, you have done all the work today, you wrote 5,000 lines of code today, and when you go to sleep or you go away from your system, the KAIROS kicks in. It will clean up the code, maybe do security scans, write some test suites, maybe merge some pull requests. This is kind of where we are heading. In the leaks was also found AutoDream. AutoDream can be thought of as a background memory maintenance system. Does it work? It triggers when the user is idle. AutoDream's job is to clean up the noisy history. It will merge duplicates, preserve the parts that still matter. That's important because persistent agents become unusable if their memory becomes junk. Just for an example, on day 1 you were using PostgreSQL, and by day 7 you have migrated to, let's say, a MongoDB. Now if the storage of your memory is junk, sometimes model might think we are on Postgres, some model will think we are on MongoDB, and this junk storage will keep on junking. What AutoDream does, which is cool, is that it does a reflective pass. It will go through your raw session logs and then resolve contradictions and stabilize everything with relative timestamps. Going back to our example where on day 1 we were on Postgres and on day 7 we were on MongoDB, this reflective pass will take care of such contradictions and let the model know that on day 1 we were on Postgres and by day 7 we were on MongoDB using relative timestamps. Now this reflective pass will also update your memory.md file. A memory.md file is a strict 200 line file. It is not the complete memory for fast session rehydration. Let's understand with an example. I wrote 5,000 lines of code today. I have had 10 sessions. So when I go to sleep, AutoDream will kick in. It will analyze my all raw session logs, go through all the modifications we have done. The AutoDream sub agent will then do a reflective pass, go through those chats, go through those contexts, and then do contradiction resolving, like resolve all the contradictions. It will think on a deeper level about whatever has happened in our code base, and then also update your memory MD file, but also store it as a session memory. For example, this is what happened on today. Not everything can be stored in your 200 line memory.md file. They have some sort of an advanced memory storage as well. AutoDream is really interesting, not because it sounds cool, but because it treats memory as an active maintenance job. Working with multi-agent systems and building all these multi-agent teams, one thing that we have realized that once you bring in team and a lot of agents, the agents keep on going back and forth and they start doing agent dance. Agent teams need to be handled in a very meticulous way. Claude Code has also brought in agent teams. This is where Claude Code instances working together. There will be a team lead and there will be a bunch of sub agents with their isolated context window. There will be a teammate 1, teammate 2, teammate 3, and there will be a team lead who will take care of orchestrating and managing all the teammates. Everyone has a separate isolated context window and they all communicate via a mailbox system. It's the JSON inbox inside team/inboxes. That is where they communicate. Okay, okay, I've changed this file X, I'm done with this is my output. Teammate 2, now you can proceed. Let's understand what is going on. There is a coordinator mode. A team lead agent decomposes tasks and spawns isolated teammate processes. If there is a task which has 5 steps in it and 3 can be parallelized, it will decompose those tasks and assign it to teammate 1, 2, and 3. These independent workers, each worker operates in a fresh context window to prevent reasoning bleed over. This JSON inbox emailing system will not be part of the context window. Every agent will have their own isolated context window. Working in teams, actually 4x's or 5x's your already 1 million context window, which is what makes agent teams so powerful. One key takeaway for us is that the agents are talking to each other in true peer-to-peer messaging using local JSON arrays. Although Claude Code is primarily terminal based, but the terminal UX feels so advanced. Let's understand why does it feel so advanced. Firstly, it's not some random terminal UI. It's built on React. It is built on UI principle. It's built on React, Inc, Yoga, WebAssembly to treat the terminal like a 60 FPS viewport. The terminal is being treated as a 60 FPS viewport. It is not your average terminal that we work on a daily basis. For state management, it uses Zutstand and Immer. There is a trade-off where it delivers smooth animation experiences and instant streaming rendering with a cost of high CPU. Streaming gives your CPU a lot of work to do. There is a React layer, there is an Inc Yoga layout engine, and below that is your terminal output. This may be the single most important builder lesson in the whole video. Once your agent can run and touch and feel the systems, safety is not optional. Anthropic's public documents are very clear. Sandboxing is about file systems as well as network isolation plus permission rules and approval flows. That's boring mode, not some flashy benchmark. This engineering stops rogue agents from destroying your system. Let's check out defense in depth. There is a 25 stage validation for shell commands. All the shell commands that Claude Code runs goes through an AST parser to check if the command is safe for execution. It might not have some RM-RF and delete your system. Fragile regex cannot be used because it's a string matching system. Fragile regex can be broken. There are some feature flags that have also been discovered in the Claude code base. The undercover mode strips Anthropic's attribution from open source comments. Anthropic in their system prompt tells you should not mention anything with respect to Anthropic. You should not provide any proprietary information from Anthropic when you are pushing code to open source. This is what community is calling AI ghostwriting. There is an ultra plan which offloads 30-minute deep reasoning planning sessions to heavy cloud containers like Opus 4.6, for example. There can be tasks which can be offloaded for like a 30-minute session on the cloud rather than running everything on your client side and orchestrating everything on your client side. Anthropic has a lot of issues with distillation and other model providers trying to distill their model. They have something called anti-distillation features as well, where they inject fake tool schemas and cryptographic attestations to poison the competitor's training data. I don't know how this works, but this is something which we should dive deep into. It injects fake tool schemas and cryptographic attestations to poison the competitor's data. This is pretty interesting. Here are some real key takeaways. The Claude Code story is just not Anthropic build a strong model. It's that they wrapped a serious harness. Tools, loop, context discipline, memory management, permissioning, sandboxing, and now multi-agent coordination. That's a difference between a clever demo and an actual production grade system. If you're building agents, just don't ask which model to use. Ask what kind of harness you want to build around it. Thanks everyone. Happy coding.
Yeah, Claude Code on the mainframe. Let's get it. Got that funky new architecture. Check the flow state. Agent loop is running smoothly, making the whole system elevate. With KAIROS and AutoDream cleaning up the mental estate. Got that funky new architecture, check the flow state. Yeah, the harness is the